Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. This time, we're getting into something super useful for anyone who wants to, you know, really level up their English conversation skills. We're going to be talking about home,
That's right.
like how to talk about your home in English.
Right.
And we've got this great English language lesson that's going to be our source today.
Yeah, it's a good one. It
Mhm.
really is. It goes, beyond just sort of like the basics.
Yeah,
Listing the rooms helps you capture like what your space is actually like.
right. Like all those little details that make it feel like home.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
of course, we've got tons of great vocabulary to learn. Like
Oh,
we're going to be
yeah.
exploring words like cozy, cramped, even drafty.
Yeah, love that word.
But it's more than just a vocab list, right? Like
Right.
this lesson really gives us the tools to like build these really interesting descriptions that go way beyond just saying like,
Yeah.
I live in a house.
I live in a house with 4 walls and a door. Yeah, you can say so much more.
So much more.
Right,
And
yeah.
and it's interesting because I was thinking about it, like even the way we talk about our homes can tell you a lot about like cultural norms and values.
Totally, yeah.
Like for instance, in some cultures it's super common to have like a separate dining room.
Right?
But then in other places, it's all about that open plan living,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's fascinating.
It is.
So let's jump right into this lesson.
Let's do it.
So it starts with like the super basics, stating where you live.
Right.
I live in a ...
I live in a...
It seems simple.
Right? It does seem so.
But even here, like right off the bat,
Yeah.
we can start adding details that are actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So are you in a house or an apartment or a flat?
Yeah, or a flat. That's a good distinction too, right? Because
Yeah.
apartment versus flat, like that already tells you something about maybe where you are in the world,
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then within those categories like house or apartment, you've got
Right.
a whole other set of words.
Exactly. So like detached, semi-detached, terraced. Like,
Yes.
these aren't just random labels.
No.
They often like reflect these different architectural styles or historical periods
Yes.
or even social hierarchies.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, if you think about it, like terraced houses, for example,
Yep.
those rows of connected homes, I mean, they were so common in like those old industrial cities,
Right.
just as a way to pack in as many workers as possible.
Exactly. It's like a super efficient use of space.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
just saying.
And it's funny because in some places like those same terrace houses are now like super trendy
Oh, yeah.
and sought after.
Yeah,
It's amazing how things can change.
it really is.
So think about your own home right now.
Yeah.
What kind of dwelling do you call home?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now let's actually step inside.
Okay.
The lesson kind of helps us move beyond just naming rooms.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's the bedroom, here's the kitchen.
Wait, just the basics.
Instead, we can use this really vivid language to describe the size,
Right.
the light, and even the temperature of each space.
Yes. Describe the feel of it.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
is your living room like spacious or is it a little bit cramped?
Right. Or is it somewhere in between?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it flooded with natural light or is it kind of on the darker side?
Yeah. Do you need to have a lamp on all the time?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have a drafty old window that like lets in a chill?
Oh, yeah.
Or is your home like always perfectly warm?
Yeah. Are you always comfortable?
Right.
Or are you always kind of like fiddling with the thermostat?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that we're getting into these words that like really capture the feel of a space.
Yeah.
Like that word cozy,
Oh, yeah.
like it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Instantly, I think of like a fireplace and like a fuzzy blanket.
Yeah, like a warm drink.
Exactly.
I bet everyone listening has that one spot in their home that just feels extra cozy.
They do.
Everybody
has that one spot.
And it's interesting because like those feelings of coziness or whatever are often tied to like cultural values too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like in some cultures, a minimalist aesthetic is like the best thing.
Yeah.
But then in other cultures, people love having lots of decorations
Yeah.
and personal touches,
Yeah. It feels more welcoming to have like stuff around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really fascinating.
It is.
And the source gives some great examples of how to like weave all these descriptive words
yeah.
into your sentences.
Hmm.
So instead of just saying like, I have a kitchen, you could say,
Right.
I have a brightly lit kitchen
Yeah.
with a big dining table that's perfect for family gatherings.
I love that. Yeah.
Or imagine describing your bedroom as like a small but cozy room
Yeah.
with a drafty window that overlooks a quiet garden.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Right, like suddenly you're creating this whole picture in the listener's mind.
Exactly. It's like you're painting with words.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So now I want you to think about your own home.
Yeah.
What descriptive words come to mind when you think about each room?
Yeah.
What makes them unique?
Mm.
What feeling do they evoke?
Yeah, it's the vibe. Yeah, it really is amazing how, just a few words
Yeah,
can like transport you to a different place.
totally.
Like you can almost feel that warmth
Uh-huh.
of a cozy room.
Yeah, or like hear that wind
Yes.
whistling through a drafty window.
Exactly.
It's so cool.
It is.
But, the lesson doesn't stop there.
Right.
It actually goes a step further
Okay.
and gives us like these two full example answers
Okay.
for describing our homes.
Mm-hmm.
And these aren't just random answers. Like they're packed with all these little language lessons and cultural insights.
Oh, yeah, they're so clever.
Yeah, it's really cool how they kind of weave together like all the vocab and grammar.
Right, all the things we've been talking about.
Yeah, that we've covered so far.
Yeah.
They show us like how to build a narrative, how to create flow,
Yeah.
and how to like express our own opinions and experiences.
Exactly, and how to like sound natural.
Exactly.
When you're speaking like
Yeah.
a native speaker.
Okay, so let's dive into that first example.
Okay.
It starts with, I live in a 2-story terraced house.
Okay.
Now, this might seem super basic at first,
Right.
but it's a great example of how to like combine essential sentence structure with key details.
Yeah.
Like right away, we get this clear picture of the type of home.
Exactly.
And remember we were talking earlier about terraced houses.
Yes.
They're not just like a random housing type.
Right.
They often reflect like a specific social and historical context.
Mm-hmm. Especially in like urban areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even this like simple sentence has like layers of meaning,
It does.
and the speaker continues. It has 2 bedrooms,
Yeah.
a living room, a small kitchen, and a garden.
Okay.
It's like we're getting this little guided tour.
Yeah.
One room at a time.
I love that.
And did you notice how the speaker didn't just list the rooms?
Mm-hmm.
They added those little details?
Yes.
Like a small kitchen?
A small kitchen. Yeah, right.
These little additions just like add so much depth
They do.
and create a more vivid image.
Totally.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
The speaker says it's cozy and convenient for getting to work, but it's a bit cramped, especially when we have guests.
Oh, I love that sentence.
Right.
So much in there.
It's like one sentence,
Yeah,
but it tells us so much.
it does.
It tells us about the speaker's feelings.
Yeah, how they feel about their home.
Yeah, using both positive and negative adjectives.
Exactly.
But it also kind of hints at their lifestyle.
Yes.
Like the fact that it's convenient for getting to work
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
suggests that like being close to their job is important.
Yeah, they've prioritized that.
Right. And then saying it's cramped when guests come over
Yeah.
speaks to like the realities of living in a smaller space.
Yeah, you don't always have all the space you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we get a little glimpse into their family life.
Okay.
I live with my wife and daughter.
Ah.
Simple and straightforward.
Yeah.
But it adds that personal touch.
It does. It reminds us that like homes aren't just about,
Right.
bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
It's about like the people
Yeah.
you share it with.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on to the neighborhood description.
Okay.
The speaker says, our house is near the city center in a quiet neighborhood.
Okay.
And here again, we see them like skillfully combining location with descriptive language.
Yes.
Near the city center suggests like convenience and accessibility.
Yeah, all the good stuff is nearby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
While quiet neighborhood creates a sense of peacefulness.
Yeah.
Like maybe even a contrast to the busyness of city life.
Exactly. Yeah, like a little escape.
Yeah, but then the speaker adds this interesting twist. They say there isn't much to do. But there are some small shops and a park where we go if the weather's nice.
I see. So it's like quiet, but not boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
It
like,
had its own charm.
yeah, it highlights how even a seemingly unexciting neighborhood
Right.
can have its own charm.
Yeah. It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The focus here isn't on like trendy nightlife or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's more about those simple pleasures,
Exactly.
like local shops
Yeah.
and green spaces.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good reminder that like our perceptions of a place are often really subjective
Yes.
and tied to our own values and priorities.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for a change of pace?
I am.
Let's look at that second example answer.
Okay.
The one about the studio apartment.
Okay.
This description paints like a completely different picture.
Yeah.
Like literally and figuratively.
Yeah, literally.
Instead of a 2-story terraced house, we have a compact studio apartment.
Okay.
Instead of a family home,
Okay.
we have a solo dwelling.
Right.
And the language reflects these differences.
Yes, it does.
So the speaker describes the studio as warm in winter, but it can get a bit stuffy in summer.
Okay. Interesting.
And those words feel like more functional.
Yeah.
Less focused on like coziness.
Right.
It suggests like a more practical approach to living.
Yeah, just the facts.
Yeah, prioritizing efficiency and convenience over like sentimentality.
Right, less emotional maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, then we get this fantastic description of the location.
Okay.
I live in the city center, very close to everything. It's very lively, with lots of bars and restaurants.
Okay, city center, studio apartment. I'm getting the picture.
Right.
Yeah.
And this speaks to a totally different lifestyle.
Right, totally.
One that embraces the energy and excitement of city living.
Yeah.
That proximity to everything and the abundance of bars and restaurants.
Yeah, it's all about that social life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the speaker explicitly acknowledges this.
Okay.
They say it's a good place for young people to live, but not many families choose to live here.
Right, it's not really family friendly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, this shows an awareness of the neighborhood's demographics.
Right.
And its suitability for different stages of life.
Yeah, different people are drawn to different places.
Exactly.
For sure.
But what I find so fascinating is how both of these examples,
Yeah.
despite describing totally different living situations, are equally compelling
Yes.
and well-structured.
They are.
That's
and
right.
that just goes to show like how powerful language can be.
Absolutely.
To capture those different experiences and perspectives.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they provide us with this like blueprint,
Yeah.
not to copy word for word,
Right.
but to inspire us
Yeah.
to create our own unique descriptions.
Exactly.
So as we move into like the final part
Okay.
of this deep dive, I want you to think about what resonated with you the most
Yeah.
in these examples.
Yeah, what stood out to you?
Yeah, what vocab stood out to you?
Mm-hmm.
What stylistic choices did you like?
Yeah.
What sparked your imagination?
Yeah. Those are the exciting bits.
Yeah, it's all about those aha moments.
Yes.
You know?
Those little sparks.
Yeah, those little sparks of insight
Yeah.
that make learning a new language so rewarding.
Exactly.
And in the final part, we're going to put all this knowledge into action
Okay, love it.
as you craft your own masterpiece.
Yes.
A detailed and engaging description
I can't wait to hear.
of your home and neighborhood. All right, welcome back. I hope you're feeling inspired after, hearing those two example answers.
Yeah.
They were really good, weren't they?
They were really good.
And now it's your turn.
Yeah.
You're going to step into the spotlight
Mm-hmm.
and create your own linguistic masterpiece.
Okay.
Think of it like you're painting a picture,
Yeah.
but with words,
With words.
of your home and neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, we've uncovered all this great vocab and these expressive techniques.
Yeah, all the tools you need.
Yeah, so use them.
Put them to work.
The source says, make an answer like this, talking about where you live,
Yeah.
using as much language from the lesson as possible.
Yeah, go for it.
And remember, this isn't just about like reciting a list of words.
Yeah.
It's about weaving them together
Yeah.
into a story.
Yes, exactly.
So imagine you're talking to a new friend in English,
Okay.
someone who's never seen your home or neighborhood before.
Right.
What would you tell them?
Mm-hmm.
What details would you highlight
Yeah.
to bring your living space to life?
What would make them feel like they were really there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So first, think about, the type of dwelling you call home.
Okay.
Is it a sprawling detached house?
Uh-huh.
A cozy terraced cottage?
Yeah.
A modern studio apartment?
Mm-hmm. Or something else entirely.
Or something totally different,
Yeah.
And then think about the interior. Are the rooms spacious and airy?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they compact and efficient?
Right.
And don't be afraid to use those really evocative adjectives like bright, dark, warm, cool, cramped, spacious, cozy, drafty.
Those are good ones.
They're your tools,
Yeah.
for creating a sensory experience.
Exactly.
For your listener.
Help them really imagine it.
Yeah. And remember, a home is more than just its physical attributes.
Oh, it is so much more.
It's about the people you share it with,
Yeah.
the memories you make there,
Uh-huh.
and the overall feeling it evokes.
Yes.
Do you love having, like, lively gatherings
Mm-hmm.
in your open-plan kitchen?
Yeah.
Or do you prefer quiet evenings, curled up with a book
Yeah.
in your cozy nook?
Those are two very different vibes.
Totally.
Yeah.
So think about how you would describe those experiences in English,
Mm-hmm.
using all the vocab and grammar we've learned.
Yeah. Put it all together.
Don't be afraid to, like, Express your personal opinions,
Yeah.
your preferences.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, that's what makes your description unique.
Yeah.
All right, now let's step outside.
Okay.
Explore your neighborhood.
Let's go.
Where is it located?
Mm-hmm.
What's the overall vibe?
Is it bustling
Yeah.
or is it tranquil?
Yeah, what amenities are nearby?
Yeah. Are there parks, shops, restaurants?
Yeah, cafes.
All that good stuff.
And remember those phrases we talked about?
Yeah.
Convenient for
Close to?
a short walk from?
Yeah. Those are really useful.
They're great for explaining, how your home fits into the surrounding area.
Yeah. How it all connects.
And don't forget about those descriptive words
yeah.
that capture the essence of your neighborhood.
Right.
Is it trendy?
Is it historic?
Is it family-friendly?
Mm-hmm.
Quiet, lively?
Or maybe a bit of everything.
Maybe a mix of all of them.
Yeah.
The key is to paint a picture
Yeah.
with your words.
Use those details.
Specific details and evocative language
Make it memorable.
to create a memorable impression.
Yeah.
And remember, there's no one right way to describe your home and neighborhood.
It's all about you.
Yeah, the most important thing is to express yourself
Yeah.
authentically and confidently,
Use your voice.
using your English skills.
Yeah.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From exploring vocab and grammar
Mm-hmm.
to analyzing those examples
Yeah.
and uncovering those cultural insights.
Yeah, it's all connected.
It is.
Yeah.
But the real journey begins now.
Yes.
We're going to take all this knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and weave it into your own narrative.
Yeah, your own story.
So go forth, language adventurers,
Let your voices be heard.
and let your voices be heard.
And as you're crafting your descriptions,
Yeah.
remember you're not just learning a language,
Mhm.
you're sharing a part of yourself with the world.
And that's pretty amazing.
It is.
Until next time, happy language learning.